Hello, everyone, and welcome to our online meditation. Today, we are going to talk about our Vishuddhi Center. And we are going to learn during this session how to awaken the qualities of the Vishuddhi Chakra, which are mainly detachment and collectivity, and I can also add communication. So we are going first to bow down like we always do in the beginning of all the sessions, so all the meditation. Raise our kundalini and cover ourselves with 7 bandha. So the Vishuddhi chakra is the cervical plexus. And this chakra has 16 petals, and the element is the ether. The symbol is the time wheel. The color is blue. The day is Saturday. The physical aspects, it controls our thyroid glands and physical plexus, cervical plexus. And also we can find, where can we find the Vishuddhi chakra on our hands? It is in the index from the left side of our hands. It is on the left index finger, and on the right side, it is on our right index finger. And on our toe, it is right after the big toe on our foot. And the country is America. Like we all know that Mother Earth also has chakras. And on Mother Earth, the country of the Vishuddhi chakra is America. And the gem is sapphire, and the planet is Saturn. So physical function. The Vishuddhi chakra control our neck, our arms, our mouth, our tongue, our teeth, the nose, the outside parts of the nose, the outside part of our face, the speech, the inner and out parts of our ears, the movement of the eyes, and the main qualities we have the divine diplomacy, not human diplomacy, but the divine diplomacy, the communication. When we have this chakra fully awakening us, we suddenly learn how to communicate with each other without hurting others, without being aggressive. And we have that collectivity, that collective consciousness awakened in us. We also have that detachment and sense of fun. And we have also good humor, because sometimes some people, they have very dark or black or bad humor. And also we are very good teamwork, and we are very tactfulness, and we have that dignity and sweetness in us. So this 16 petal center is called the Vishuddhi. It is very important chakra, very important center. And it is placed in the neck region of the spinal cord. On the physical level, it controls the function of the thyroid gland, This center corresponds to cervical plexus, which regulates the functioning of ears, nose, throat, neck, teeth, tongue, hands, gestures, etc. This center is responsible for the communication, how we communicate with others. Through these organs, we communicate with others. They should therefore be taken care of properly. For instance, we should protect ourselves from extremes of cold, like for people who are like in Canada, for example, or in Russia, in the very cold areas, those people need to protect their neck during winter time and avoid tobacco, taking drugs, or other pollutants which could damage the throat. We should take proper care of our teeth and ensure that we respect everything we do with our communication with others. Our hands, for example, can be a source of grace and beauty or coarseness if used improperly. We should therefore take care to exhibit sweetness in all our actions. Our Vishuddhi chakra is particularly important for our vibratory awareness, as the nerves which register the vibrations in the hand pass through this center. So this chakra of Vishuddhi is so important that how it is important, how deeply it is important. If we are not able, if this chakra is not in balance, we will not be able to feel our vibrations. And the only way we have the guidance from Mother Kundalini, from the divine, for all these all pervading power of love is through our vibrations. The only way we become our own guru is by feeling our own vibrations. So if this Vishuddhi chakra is not in good shape or is weak, we cannot feel our vibrations on our hands. So it is very important that we keep this chakra we keep it in good balance. That's how it is really important. So in the care of the voice, box, and speech, we should try and avoid using the voice in an improper way. We should avoid lying, for example. When we lie, it is funny. I mean, you may not believe it, but it's true. When we lie, it is first Adamic. It is against our own Dharma, and that affects our Vishuddhi chakra. Or when we are speaking, we are using like swearing words or excessively talking, and we talk to say nothing, and we don't know when to stop. We just talk and talk and talk, and sometimes people even lose interest of the conversation, but we keep on talking. And we need to know when to talk, what to say, and how to say it in the very sweet manner. Like when we are talking to somebody, even though we are telling the truth, it should not be said aggressively. Like Shimatadi always says, we need to take the truth, wrap it like a bucket, put it in the flour and give it to somebody. The person should not, nobody should feel uncomfortable by the way we are talking to the person. Nobody should not feel uncomfortable or hurt or belittled in any way by the way we communicate with them. So, likewise, the right center benefits if we use the voice for praise rather than criticism. We women, we are very good on that. We are very good on reacting all the time. We see something, we always like, oh, this is not good. This should be done this way, and so on. And it's so funny. We even have people like you see on some shows. Some people are there only to criticize, only to say, oh, this is not good. This should be done like this, and so on. So that's not good at all. For dignity rather than cause frivolity, we should never be harsh or sarcastic. And it is like especially in America. It is not like when you listen to, even in television, in movies, people always talk with being sarcastic, and we think it is, oh, that person is like has like great communication skills because he's sarcastic. No, when we are sarcastic and when we are harsh, really we hurt our Vishuddhi chakra, or we feel at another's expense as this blocks the center. So we should avoid being rash, being sarcastic when we talk about anything or when we talk to someone. So we should simply aim to speak from the heart with love and sweetness. When we talk from the heart, the person who we are talking to should feel the love, the sweetness, that nectar in our words. And another way in which this center can suffer is in the indiscriminative use of mantras. This is especially true in regard to mantras sold as commercial commodities. These are simply sensory dulling toys which have no relation with our spirits. So yeah, for example, I'm just going to take a small, for example, what Shimata used to say. When we are not authorized to use a mantra, we can go all day saying the mantra here, the mantra, the whole day, repeating the same mantra over and over and over and over. We can end up having a cancer of throat because we are damaging our Vishuddhi chakra. And we can end up also, and the thing is that we haven't received the authorization to take that mantra, even though the mantra is the correct mantra. But if you haven't received your self-realization, you are not allowed to take the mantra if you haven't that authorization. So first of all, we should avoid taking wrong mantras, and we should avoid taking mantras repeatedly over and over and over during the whole day, during days that damage our Vishuddhi chakra. And we should avoid, even though the mantra is a good mantra, we should avoid taking it if we haven't received the authorization of taking the mantra. And if our Vishuddhi chakra is not in balance, whatever mantra we are taking, we have no meaning. So when we take a mantra, it should be from the bottom of our hearts, and our Vishuddhi chakra should be also in good shape for the mantra to work or to have an effect. More on detachment. One of the very important qualities that we need to develop for our spiritual growth is that of staying detached from the problems we face every day while trying to survive in the modern world. This does not mean that we stop accepting responsibility for our actions or that we give up on life. It simply gives us a means to maintain a sense of perspective when we are faced with overwhelming emotional situations. So, for example, when we are facing a situation where let's say our kids or our mother, someone that we love or cherish is sick, and we are like, oh my gosh, my son is sick, oh my gosh, my mom is sick, my dad is sick, like we have it in our head, like we are so much worried, so much into it, and we are so worried, like it's not by being too much worried and like being, how I can say that, taking that issue personally or put it in our minds, in our inner being, that we help our son or our mother to be healed. The kid is sick, yes, the kid is sick, but we need to be in witness states. The kid is sick, we bring the kid to the doctor. And then the doctor will prescribe the medicine will work. We should not be like, oh my gosh, my mom is sick, my son is sick, and so on, being too much involved in that situation. Being in that state of that kind of attachment is not going to change the situation at all. So we become a witness of the game and can keep a distance from our involvement and thoughts, from our planning and conditioning, from our emotions. And if you take a second and trying to think at any situation that you had in the past, and that where you just something happened and you somehow witness with complete detachment, you will understand, you will realize that in that state, you have a very clear mind. You find a solution, or the solution comes to you easily. But when we are in that state where we are always attached to all these problems, all these emotions, and we don't even like that state, but we just end up being caught up in that state. We don't even know how to get away of that. It's not easy for us to be in that, how I can, to have that balanced balanced mind where we can clearly see the solution. We can clearly see the whole show. So after realization, our ability to be a witness matures, and we see all of these things as existing outside ourselves. There is a problem that exists. We are not part of that problem. We see it as a witness, and we can easily bring the solution. If we are not involved into that, we witness everything. You know, oh, today I like, let's say I don't have a job, or I had a job this morning, I lose a job. Oh, we see it is a big drama. Okay, I don't have a job. But guess what? It is just today. I can have something better tomorrow, or I don't have a job. But it's not by being too much in the emotions of breakdown and so on that will help me to find a job. I need to be in this, have that steady mind. I don't have a job. It's not the end of the world. Tomorrow, we may have a better job, or we have something better. So we should not be involved in those problems. So these things, these events are not of our spirit. They are not of the external world. In this way, we strip away the layers of identity to reveal our fundamental and indivisible essence, the spirit. So Shimataji says that we see our own acting and the whole world becomes like a drama. And that's so true. In the same way, the Shakespeare likened the whole world to a stage and us as actors on it. The truth is that our problems are only really solved when we can see the forest of the trees. Means that when we detach ourselves from what we call problem, and we are just in the witness state. It is a fact that most people find that they cannot solve their own problems because they are too involved in them. That is why they seek the help of their friends who can give a detached view of the best course of action, or in extremes from counseling agencies who act as dispassionate witnesses, if you like. And that's so true. Like when you are involved in a situation, generally when we are involved in a situation, we don't see things clearly. But for someone, it's like a soccer game. For a player who is in the field playing, he cannot really have the whole picture of the game, of the play. But people who are watching the game from the stage, they have a better view, a better picture of the stage, and they understand what's the problem, if there is any problem, how to solve the problem. So after our realization, we develop this ability within ourselves. And no matter what test we face, we start to see our role in the drama and the possible solutions with that with that much more clarity in that witness state. Life is about human endeavor and challenges, about overcoming tribulations and being all the better for it. Life is about striving for our spiritual growth so that we become the spirit through the process of purification, at which point we will be beyond artificial states. We will be the truth. The spirit is the truth. It is Sat, Chit, Ananda. It is truth. It is pure attention. It is the pure awareness. It is joy. That's the spirit, and that is the state we are trying to reach. So our yoga, our realization help us to fight this battle with all the weapons of love in the subtle armory, and give us the joy of the spirits and roots so that we can experience the reality of our destination to spur us on. And that battle is 99% within us, not outside. It is within us. So the other quality is the collectivity. The Vishuddhi chakra also embodies those qualities which govern our relationship with other members of the human race. Our diplomacy in words and action is directly affected by the state of this center, as is our sense of respect, both for others and for ourselves. If we do not respect others, then we will not be able to practice a relationship of brotherhood and diplomacy with them. And so it is a very important chakra for our growth into the collective spiritual being. Lack of respect for ourselves, which manifests as guilt, lodges itself deep in our left Vishuddhi if we let it. And this can be very harmful to our growth. So when, for those who are newcomers, in Sahaj Yoga, we call our brothers, like we call the men our brothers. We call the women our sisters. We are all from one family. It doesn't matter where we are coming from, what is our nationality, what is our race, our color, what is our culture, what is our position in life. It doesn't matter, all these boundaries, all these divisions or whatever will not exist in Sahaj Yoga. When we see a man, we see him as our brother. When we see a lady as our sister, and we respect each other. We talk the language of love. So that's why instead of calling Mahmoud Shabi, I will say sister or Didi Mahmoud Shabi. So that's how we communicate. It's always sister, brother, and so on. And the relationship is the relationship of love, of respect. And we enjoy the company of each other. Like Shimata just says, we cannot grow individually in Sahaj Yoga. We need to be collective in order for us to grow. It's like when we do our meditation at home, let's say we attend the center or the collective meditation to the center, but we don't go every day to the center. We go maybe once a week or twice a week or in the weekends. But at home, we do our morning meditation, evening meditation with the cleansing and so on. We practice all these techniques of purification, of cleansing of our chakras. Now, we go to the collective. We now interact. Now we need, how I can say that, we need to see in the collective if we are growing. And it is only through the collective that we will know if we are growing. We need to go to the collective. We need to do the meditation with our brothers and sisters. We need to love all our brothers and sisters and all the children, even though they are not our own children. The children of our brothers and sisters are our own children. So that's how it works in Sahaj Yoga. It is like a drop of water that is separate from the ocean. It dries. It has no strength. It cannot do anything. But when that drop of water drains the ocean, you see it is more stronger. It's like the vague created by the ocean. You cannot compare the vague or the movement of the ocean to the movement of the drop of the water. So it is how it is. Collectively, we are all strong. We are a family, but alone, really, it's not the same. That's how collectivity is very important in Sahaj Yoga. It is very important for Vishuddhi Chakra. If we are not collective, we cannot grow in Sahaj Yoga. So we must learn not to cling to guilt, to hide ourselves in its cloak, and thereby put off the day when we must face up to our weaknesses and do something about them. We need to introspect. The spirit does not accumulate guilt. It is pure. After realization, we learn to face up and overcome our weaknesses, and thus conquer guilt once and for all. The affirmation for the left Vishuddhi is, I am not guilty at all. I am the pure spirit. How can I be guilty? So before to come to Sahaja Yoga, or before receiving our self-realization, we have been through the conditionings of the society, the conditionings coming from our parents or brothers and sisters or our neighbors. We need to feel guilty. We are coming from a society that makes us feel guilty at all levels. If you don't do this, you have to feel guilty for this, guilty for that. But unfortunately, that was a bad conditionings that we have been going through. In Sahaj Yoga, feeling guilty is not something good. And whatever had happened in the past is gone. We have received our self-realization by the grace of the divine, by the grace of Shimatati. We have received our self-realization. We should not be worried about the past. Now we should live every moment. If we do any mistake, we should introspect and ask ourselves, why did I do this mistake? And introspection is not to punish ourselves or to harm ourselves. It is for our own evolution. Why did I do this? Okay, what made me do that? Now I understood my mistake. I will not do it again. Finished. We don't stick on what we have done and how bad it was or how this and that, creating drama in our mind. When we do that, we are hurting our left Vishuddhi chakra. So the causes of catch or obstructions of our Vishuddhi, we have smoking, which is not good for our Vishuddhi, drinking alcohol, which is not good for our Vishuddhi, swearing, harsh talking, or being aggressive in our communication. There are some people that they came to Sahaj Yoga. They were so aggressive when they were talking. Sometimes we are aggressive in our communication. We don't even realize it. We just say things here and there and we hurt people around us. We don't realize it. But progressively, that aggressiveness was dropped. The Kundalini just soothed the Vishuddhi chakra, and suddenly the person just start talking sweetly, become nice. So If even though we have, or people tell us that we are aggressive in our communication, in our words, don't worry. We have so many techniques that Shimataji gave us, show us, that we can use to improve the way that we communicate with others. Also, what causes the catch of the Vishuddhi chakra? We have sinus problems, too much talking, and lack of collectivity, lack of witnessing, lack of self-respect, charming personality, enables the five senses, controls the Hamsa chakra, and experience of oneness, detachment. The Hamsa chakra is located between our eyebrow. It is located between our eyebrow, and it is linked to our Vishuddhi chakra. It is chakra that gives us our discretion. And the diseases that can occur when we do not pay attention to our Vishuddhi chakra when it is weak. We can have a flu, we can lose our voice, we can have sore and throat problems, we can just become depressive, and cervical cancer, throat cancer, problems with the five senses. So the qualities of the left Vishuddhi chakra, you have self-esteem comes from inner security and respect for others, pure relationship as brothers and sisters, dignity in our social relations, also shows awareness of ourselves as the spirit, and also give us the quality for the left channel, the chastity, the quality of chastity. Please, so the main enemy of the left Vishuddhi chakra is when we feel guilty. We should not feel guilty at all. If we have the spirit, how and why should we feel guilty? And also when we live, or we have a kind of immorality, or we have that immoral life, and being sarcastic all the time is not good for our left Vishuddhi chakra. So for the right Vishuddhi chakra, the qualities, we have sweetness in speech, and action brings joy to others and ourselves, respect for others, principle of integration with the whole, diplomacy, sense of solidarity, power of enlightening speech, charming personality. And the place, causes of catch, you have swearing, harsh talking, too much talking, and smoking, taking alcohol, and lack of self-respect affect our right Vishuddhi chakra. For the center Vishuddhi chakra, the main qualities, we have the collectivity. We become collective conscious, able to feel the states of others' chakras and our own hand, on our own hands, and witness states. So we were talking again about the collectivity. We're talking about feeling the vibrations on our hands. So if we are not able to feel the vibrations, we cannot really be collective conscious. When we have that collective consciousness, that quality of collective consciousness, we are able to feel our own states and feel the states of people around us, and we are able to correct ourselves, and we are also able to correct others. And we have that witness states, and we just become the spirits. we become detached, and we just observe the drama. We are not part of the drama, and we have experience of oneness. The causes of catch, we have the lack of connectivity when we do not know how to enjoy the company of others, and the lack of witnessing, and the lack of detachment. The condition of the Vishuddhi. Awakened Vishuddhi center can show up in excessive cold, or in a sore throat or nose or cough. Problems of the teeth or the ears are also symptoms of imbalance of this center. In the case of guilt, we can experience sore or tense shoulders or neck on the neck areas. So clearing the center of the Vishuddhi chakra, we can use the candle treatment around the Vishuddhi area, on the left Vishuddhi and also on the center Vishuddhi. And the affirmation, we can say, Mother, please make me part and parcel of the whole. Mother, please make me part and parcel of the whole. That's for the center Vishuddhi chakra. General advice, always use adequate protection for the throat against the cold with a scarf or similar item. It is very important to wash your hands before eating. Salt is very good for the Vishuddhi chakra. Gargle with salt or put it on the tonsills with your finger. Do not neglect a sore throat. Gargle morning and evening. Raw licorice, commercial licorice, is a fairly adequate substitute. Brush teeth twice a day and pay attention to their condition. Massage your sinuses, neck, and shoulders with olive oil or any containing vitamins or any essential oil you can have, especially when you feel pain. Massage your hands with the fingers so that the scalp moves. Once a week, massage your heads with coconut or almond oil before sleeping, and then wash the next morning. And also, Sri Mataji strongly recommend us to massage our heads on Saturday, which is the day of the Vishuddhi chakra, to have a head massage, because, like you know, we also have chakras on our heads, and she recommends to massage our heads with some essential oil on Saturday. Drops of oil in the ears or throats, or drops of ghee in the nose are very effective remedies. And actually, one of the things that she recommends we should do every day, the same as the soaking meditation, we need to put the ghee, one drop of ghee, not to put the whole ghee in our whole jug in our nose. Only one drop of ghee in each side of the nose every morning. And if we can do that in the evening, that would be perfect. That helps us for our Vishuddhi chakra. And we can also massage our Vishuddhi chakra of the ghee, if we do have ghee. So clearing the left Vishuddhi chakra using the element candle treatment around the Vishuddhi area, using the affirmation, Mother, I am not guilty at all. I am the spirit by your grace, Mother. How can I be guilty? General advice for the left Vishuddhi: give vibrations to the Vishuddhi chakra. Sahaja yoga, use Sahaja yoga neck massage using vibrations. Do not speak sarcastically or cynically. and do not allow yourself to remain in a bad mood. Develop the quality of purity in brother-sister relationships. Do not excessively speak about yourself, but direct your conversation to other matters. Avoid shrugging the shoulders, like we used to do that a lot when we were kids. We need to avoid it now. So clearing the white Vishuddhi chakra using the element, we can use foot soak in cold salted water at meditation, the candle treatment around the neck area, affirmation, mother, you are the sweet containers of my words and deeds. Mother, really, you are the sweet containers of my words and deeds. In general advice, you can give vibrations to the right Vishuddhi chakra and do not speak harshly or unkindly to others. Always speak sweetly. Avoid too much talking. Avoid arguments. And when you argue with a person, you simply suck in his negativity, especially now that we are a realized soul. And another advice that I will add, another clearing that I will add for the left and right Vishuddhi is the hand sock. I know we haven't talked about the hand socks, not really popular, but we also have that technique of the hand sock to clear the Vishuddhi chakra or the three chakras, Agya, Vishuddhi, and Heart chakra, the three upper chakras. It's mainly the Vishuddhi chakra. So when we are doing the meditation or when we are doing the foot soak, instead of putting both the hands in the water, we can put, if we put our left hands in one bucket, our right hand to be in the direction of Shimataji's photo. And when we cleanse it, we can keep that hand for 5 minutes in the bucket. The same as we do the foot soak, we put the salt, vibrate the water. And when our right hand is in the bucket of water and salt, our left hand is towards Shimataji's photos. So chakra 5, Hamsa chakra. The Hamsa chakra is a part of the Vishuddhi chakra and is located at the point between the eyes and the bridge of the nose. This center is related to our sense of discrimination and discretion, and is also related to the relationship between men and women. The universal relationship between men and women is that of brother and sister. When this relationship is transformed into that of a marriage, the institution should be accorded all due reverence as a true example of Dharma in action. Each partner should hold the other in utmost respect and esteem. And there should be no confusion of identity. A man should be a man, a woman should remain a woman. Nor should the purpose of marriage be forgotten either, to spread love throughout society, encourage respect for the importance of the family unit, and provide a vehicle for the evolution of the race through life and birth. And the country, like I was saying, Mother Earth has the chakras, and the country that represents the Hamsa chakra is Canada. The Hamsa chakra is a part of the Vishuddhi chakra. Is the part of the Vishuddhi chakra, and I think sorry, one moment. We can go to the next slide, please. So the qualities of the Hamsa chakra, we have discrimination. That's the main quality of the Vishuddhi chakra. Is a function of the Hamsa chakra. A sub-chakra that's part of the Vishuddhi and helps us know what is good or bad for the spirit. The symbol is a swan. Clearing the Hamsa chakra, use the elements, foot soak in cold salted water at meditation, the candle treatment around the Hamsa area at the bridge of the nose. And also we can use the Vishuddhi, our right index, we can rub it with a little bit of essential oil and massage our Hamsa chakra clockwise. And the affirmation for the Hamsa chakra, we can say, Mother, by your grace, please give me the power of discrimination. Mother, by your grace, please give me the power of discrimination. So general advice for the Hamsa chakra: a couple of drops of melted ghee or oil in the nose or down the back of the throat give vibrations to the right Vishuddhi chakra. Do not speak harshly or unkindly to others. Always speak sweetly. Avoid too much talking. Avoid arguments. When you argue with a person, you simply search in his negativity. They have like you can see, we have the same general advice that the Vishuddhi chakra, because these two chakras, Hamsa and Vishuddhi chakra, are connected. So now, if we have the 3 candles already, we can enlighten the 3 candles and we can sit comfortably. And we can also, if we have ice pack close to us or in the fridge, we can just stand up, cook up the ice pack, put on our right sleeve. You can enlighten the 3 candles. And put one candle on the left side, on the back, behind us, on the left side, left channel. Not too close because we don't want to burn ourselves. And the other one is close on the side by our Swadhisthana chakra. And the other candle, we put it right in front of our left hand. When we put our hand on our lap, we can put the candle right in front of our left hand. Now, let's take a deep breath. We hold and then we release 3 times. Slowly, let's bring our attention inside. Let not be worried about what we are going to do after or what you have done before. This is our moment. Nothing should disturb us. Just bring our attention inside. trying to feel the vibrations on top of our heads. Now we are going to take our right hand and bring on our left neck area, and we are going to turn our heads on the direction of our right shoulder. And here we are going to say with full confidence, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Mother, by your grace, I am the Spirit. How can I be guilty? Mother, I am not guilty at all. Mother, by your grace, I am the Spirit. How can I be guilty? Mother, I am not guilty at all. Mother, by your grace, I am the pure Spirit. How can I be guilty? We can give vibrations with our right hand to the left Vishuddhi chakra. Now we can bring our right hands on our center Vishuddhi, right on the center of our neck. And we can bow a little bit our heads. And here, we can say, Oh Mother, by your grace, please make me a detached witness. Mother, please make me part and parcel of the whole. Mother, by your grace, please make me a detached witness. Please make me part and parcel of the whole. Mother, by your grace, please make me a detached witness. Mother, please make me part and parcel of the whole. And we can give vibrations to our sanctal Vishuddhi clockwise with our right hand. You can feel the vibrations top of our heads on our Sahasrara chakra. We can bring our right hands on our lap, and we take our left hands and put on the right shoulder, on the right, between the right shoulder and our neck. And we are going to turn our heads on the direction of the right shoulder. I'm sorry, left shoulder. And here, we are going to say, Mother, verily, you are the sweet countenance of my words and deeds. Mother, verily, you are the sweet countenance of my words and deeds. Mother, verily, you are the sweet countenance of my words and deeds. And we can slowly bring our attention on our Sahasrara. You can feel the vibrations of the Kundalini working on our Vishuddhi chakra, clearing our Vishuddhi chakra. And we can see all the 16 petals being enlightened by our Mother Kundalini and opening. Now we can bring our left hand back on our lap. Now we are going to do a workshop. I don't know if you guys have any essential oil. It can be olive oil. It can be coconut oil, almond oil. If you have it, we are going to use it. We are going to massage. It is a massage of our chakras of our hands. And this technique helps us to improve our vibrations. I'm just checking on the time now, and we are kind of exceeding the 1 hour. So that technique of the cleansing is about 10 minutes, and we are going to also listen to talk of Shimataji. So I'm wondering if you guys are okay to do the workshop of massaging our hands today, or we can just postpone it for next session. You can type your message or just say, or unmute yourself and let us know, please.
Hi, could you please let us know if we should continue with the workshop and Shrimataji's talk for this morning, or should we continue next week in view of the time?
No, I'm good with everything. What are other people thinking? Hello?
Thank you for your feedback. Thank you.
Danny, well, what do you think, Danny? How do you feel?
We can carry on if others they don't have a problem with that.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So now we are going to just play the hand massage session. If you have your oil ready, please just follow the instruction. It is very simple technique and it will help all of us.
We use in Sadhu Yoga when we want to improve our vibrations in the hands, when we want to be able to feel a bit more vibrations. First we take the oil, olive oil or almond oil, and pour it into the hand and just rub it in. Now we're going to start to massage the different chakras. First we start massaging the left wrist on the Muladhara chakra on the left hand. Put some pressure here when you massage, don't be too soft, so that we really reach all the muscles in the hand. Then we move over to the right wrist, where Muladhara is on the right hand. Then we move over to the Svadhisthana chakra. We'll start massaging the left thumb. And then the right thumb. The next chakra is the Nabi chakra, and we massage the left long finger. And then the right long finger. We move to the void. which is the light green circle, which is circling around the Sahasrara. And then the same on the right hand. So the void part is a big circle around the Sahasrara, which is in the middle of the hand. And now we massage the left little finger, which is for the Anahata Chakra, or the heart chakra. We can also massage a little bit further down on the hand next to the little finger. And then the right little finger for the heart chakra on the right hand. Right hand massaging all the way up to the right little finger. Now the index finger on the left hand, which is for the Vishuddhi on the left hand. And then the right index finger for the Vishuddhi on the right hand. We move to the Agya, the left ring finger. And the right ring finger for the Agya on the right hand. And finally the Sahasrara, which is in the absolute center part of the palm. First on the left hand, and on the right. And now we'll do a special treatment for the Vishuddhi on the wrists. As you can see on this picture, we also have chakras on the arms and on the legs. And as you can see, the Vishuddhi for the arm is the wrist, very close where the Muladhara for the hand is. So now what we'll do is that we'll massage 8 times for the left wrist and 8 times for the right wrist. So that will be in total 16 times, which is also the number of the petals for the Vishuddhi chakra. So we'll start with the left wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And for the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now we can sit with our hands shaped like two little bowls, just to feel the vibrations even better. So let's sit in meditation for a few minutes.
Thank you. Now, with the complete attention on our Sahasrara, we are going to listen to Shimataji's talk. And we can first please stop the candles. With 3 candles, we can blow off the candles.
Collectivity doesn't mean that we all become like Gibraltar, rock of Gibraltar. No, it doesn't mean that. It means wherever you are connected. That is collectivity. But if you are not connected and you are just glued together, it's very inconvenient to live under such circumstances. I think people don't even understand the meaning of collectivity. Where there's not the other, ananya, where there's not the other, there's no other personality. These personalities are separated from you because of left and right, or could be both. But you are yourself fully when you are absolutely detached and your Kundalini is dancing. You are alone and never alone. This oneness with the whole gives you all the security that you want, all the joy you want. And that's why Kundalini awakening means collectivity. Unless and until you want pure collectivity in your being, Kundalini won't rise. So now, let us see how do we miss out on collectivity. It's a very practical, down-to-earth understanding. First, we must know without collectivity we cannot exist. As the body has to be in connection with the brain, in the same way, without collectivity, Sahaja Yoga cannot exist. Once you understand that, then you have to work it out that collectivity is absolutely established within and without. I do not know what thing comes first in the human mind about another person. But the first thing is that these are your real relations. And nobody else are your relations. These children are your children, and these men are your brothers, and these ladies are your sisters, and we are one big family together. We are part and parcel of one body. As this hand cannot hit another hand, thank God it doesn't think. Otherwise, as human beings, they might start thinking against another hand. But they don't, because they are connected to one brain activity. So, we can see that when we ascend in the collective consciousness, and we have collective living, collective meeting, at the Vishuddhi Chakra, Sri Krishna established this, or he manifested this pure relationship of a sister. In a collective life that we have, in the ashram where we live, where we move about at service, if we do not have this basic principle within us, there will be a chaos, complete chaos. Once this purity of relationship is established, that apart from my wife, all the rest are my sisters or mothers, it cannot be a proper society. And the chaos of the social system of America is because they have no sense of pure relationships. Once you call somebody a sister, she's a sister. And once you call somebody a brother, she's a brother. It's not only that you should be born of the same parents. It's not necessary. But this is a very important principle to have a very pure society where everybody can live peacefully. Think of the tree which is, say, in a turmoil or during earthquake. It won't grow. When the earthquake stops, everything becomes quiet, everything is peaceful, then only the tree can grow. In the same way, our growth can only take place if we are peaceful within ourselves. So, for a Kundalini growing wider and wider and rising higher and higher, first thing is we must have peace within ourselves. But this peace is possible if you can make really peace with others. If you cannot make peace with others who are in Sahaja, who are in the collective, if you are in a turmoil, this Kundalini can never rise. That is why collectivity is so important. Without collectivity, your Vishuddhi cannot open. And without collectivity, you cannot have the growth of your spirituality. If the growth of the spirituality, as they say, the tree of life is upside down and the roots are in the brain. And this Kundalini has to go and water that brain as we water the roots. Then it starts flowing downward. And that's how we start expanding. Now Mother has said we have to have compassion. Now where do you have our compassion? On the walls, where do we use our compassion? Where do we use our compassion? So Sahaja Yoga is to be practiced doesn't mean that you sit down with my photograph all the time. It doesn't mean that. It means you practice compassion. You practice that. Then you have to practice love. Now how do you practice love with others? If you love someone, what do? You try to please that person. Small things can make people very happy. I know you all try to please me very much. You'll give me presents, you'll find out things which are good for me, you'll go out of the way, buy sweet flowers for me. Beautiful things you do to please me. I am over pleased, I must tell you. But I am more pleased, much more pleased, if you understand collectivity and try to please each other. So now the practice love, where do you practice? Ask you a question. Where do I practice love? What do I love? We love our house, we love our photographs, our decorations, everything. But do I practice this love on my wife or on my husband or on other surgeries? In our search culture, we have to practice compassion and love. And thirdly, we have to practice patience. I know some children are maybe little more mischievous, some are less mischievous. Maybe some people are very talkative. Sometimes really they give me also a headache. They go on talking so much. Sometimes I think it's good because it's a rest for my mouth. One way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is just switch off your mind, let him talk, take it out, whatever he wants to talk. Once he is finished with it and fagged out, then he won't bother you much. And also he'll feel satisfied that somebody has listened to his prattles. So patience is needed. And patience is needed in such a way that others should see your patience. Yesterday, for example, I was sitting for about, 3 hours shaking hands with all sorts of people and all types of problems. And the person who came last, he said, looking at your patience, I developed my own patience. And love gives you patience. This love nourishes you. I'm telling you, it's absolutely down to earth method. Here I have not mentioned that you trust God I'm just saying trust yourself. Absolutely down to earth, because we are talking about your brain. So today's understanding should be that we all should become collective from inside. We should not grudge or grumble about it and enjoy the collectivity. But the second side of collectivity is this, that do not try to exploit the collectivity. Otherwise you'll be in trouble. Like I've seen some people don't know how to use their bathrooms. When you are collective, you have to be respecting the collectivity of others. By your presence, another person should not by any chance suffer, or should not feel in any way insulted or inconvenienced. So when you are in the collective, it should be such that another person should enjoy your company, enjoy your being there. That's something where there is no problem. But if you are demanding and if you are asking for things and you think no end of yourself, you cannot at all collective by any chance, but you will suffer for that. Automatically you will suffer. If this is realized and understood properly, your agya is solved. Like anger. People always boast, I'm very angry with you. Boast. But just make that anger into forgiveness. And you'll see the person, instead of you getting into problems, he will get into problems. Anger will upset you, but forgiveness will upset him automatically. It's the biggest weapon you have got, is to forgive. And this is shown in Buddha's character throughout. Now we have been saying that we have to forgive everyone. But we don't practice that. Small things like mad people we remember. When only I had heard that snake has this capacity to remember if somebody has hurt him. But here I find human beings have no less capacity. Whatever has happened 13 years back, 15 years back, they all remember, each and everything. Whatever has hurt them. But how they have hurt others, they don't remember. How they have been nasty to others, don't remember. Because this is a human mind which has got the ego. It can go on hurting others, it doesn't feel anything. And the superego which goes on receiving all the hurts and always complaining about it. Don't criticize the collectivity till I myself find it out and I'll put it right. Keep to the collectivity wisely and earnestly and try to keep the collectivity together. Try to help to keep the people collective, to enjoy together. Don't criticize each other. Only criticize yourself if you are in the habit of criticism. Better criticize yourself is better, because these are habits also. People, especially I've seen people in the West,
Stephanie, you may continue.
Yes, we can just keep our attention on our Sarasara and let meditate for a few moments. Now we can slowly open our eyes. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Now we are going to bow down, raise our Kundalini, and cover ourselves with 7 bandhana. Thank you so much for joining us today's session. And today it was a very long session because we actually covered 2 chakras. And if you have any question, you can just send us a text message by WhatsApp, or you can give us a call. We will be happy to assist you. And we wish you all a very wonderful day. Thank you and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you everyone for joining, and we'll see you next week. Yes, it was a beautiful session.